I remember I was going through that struggle as a freshman myself.
Mm-hmm.
I redshirted as a freshman, didn't play a single game, and I've always been the guy that's captain, that's the leader on the team, that's played every single minute, and then I come here and that's not the case. And I was like struggling with some things, but like I told you, like we weren't really friends back then. Like I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I could approach you to ask questions, but we weren't really close.
Yeah.
But I remember I approached you at one point and I asked you how I was doing on the team, and you told me this story. And it's the Stanford story, and it's funny that we're talking about this today because we're going to play Stanford in
A couple
a
hours.
few hours,
Yeah.
literally, like 5 hours we kick off.
Yeah.
So tell me about the Stanford story, sophomore year.
Okay, yeah. I remember that time you came up to me. It was in the locker room, and
Yep.
you were saying, hey, what can I do? And I was like, I related to your experience so much because I saw you go through the same things that I kind of went through my freshman year. And I think it's a moral responsibility of veterans on the team to be supporting the younger guys.
Yeah.
Because I think in the end, that just makes for a stronger team, better play for everyone. But the Stanford story, so my sophomore year, my freshman year, we hadn't beat Stanford for 5 years or so.
Yeah.
Every time we played them. And as like a rivalry in the Bay, it wasn't so much a rivalry anymore.
Yeah.
It was almost just like, oh, we're going to let Stanford take us. But my sophomore year was the first time we beat them on their home turf. So that was a really good feeling. And I remember I was playing that game. And it was just a fantastic feeling when JJ scored that goal, and we were all just celebrating, going crazy. But in the back of my mind, I was like, I feel like I can be that person that can make a difference too. And, I was sitting on the bench. I wasn't very happy with my place, I guess. And I don't, at that point, I wasn't complaining about it. I was understanding, and I think that's when I knew I have work to be done. So it's crazy. A year later, when we play them, I'm starting, and I was before the game. I looked over to the bench, and I kind of saw myself a year ago, sitting there, and that kind of gave me some motivation to say like, hey, here's your opportunity, here's your shot to make something happen, to make a difference. And yeah, as you know, in like the 70th minute or something, we got that PK, and I buried it, and we ended up winning the game 1-0. And it felt so good just to have that moment as not just something that like brought something to our team, but something that kind of like showed my journey from when I was younger and full of energy but no direction, and I kind of found something along the way that led me to this moment in the same exact place just a year later.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a really good experience.